We're about set for some Hardin County football. We're at Chester County High School, home of the Eagles. As the 6-0 Hardin County Tigers come in, they come in ranked number 4 in 4A in the state polls. And two teams going in two different directions, but should be a good ball game. Chester County is 1-5. They're 1-1 in the district. Hardin County is 2-0 in the district. This is a big district matchup for these two teams. And like I said, Chester County, they have played some really close ball games, a lot of one-score games, and Tigers are going to have their work cut out tonight as they try to get a win here for what could be a firm grip on the district. Kurt, last week the Tigers ran into another team that hadn't won a ball game. They were 0-6 coming into that game, but maybe the best 0-6 team I have ever seen as far as talent goes.
Yeah, I mean, athletically, they're as good as any team we've played. The only problem was they only had 20-something players, and I think they just kind of, by the fourth quarter, they were worn out. But if they'd had 15 more like the 15 that they had playing, it would have been an interesting night.
Yeah, Kendall, the Tigers won 21-14. It was a struggle all night, especially offensively, but the defense, they picked it up. Especially in the second half, we made some adjustments. We stopped their run. They didn't have much of a throw game, and but boy, they had speed. But we had a couple of outstanding plays by our Tiger defense.
Yeah, several key players on the defensive side of the ball. We made some really good. One thing about this team so far this season is we've made some really good adjustments at half, and just like you just said, we kind of came out of halftime last week, shut down their key player, and really kind of shut down their entire offense in that second half, and I think that's what led us to victory.
Yeah, let's take a brief timeout as we're getting set. We're about 12 to 15 minutes away from kickoff here in Chester County. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. All right, welcome back to Chester County, Henderson, Tennessee, the home of the Eagles. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you the action tonight in this big region matchup. These two teams have gone at it for a while now. The Tigers have won 8 straight in a row. Last year, the Eagles came into the Jungle 6-0, riding a high, and the Tigers put 40 on them, 40-plus on them. And, we went on from there, and then they lost a little bit of ground. Tigers ended up finishing second in the region. It's always been a tough place to play, though. They've got a good crowd base and a lot of support, but so do the Tigers. A lot of Tiger fans over there on the far side getting ready for this kickoff. But like I said earlier, Kurt, I mean, you win here, you get a pretty good firm grip on the number 1 spot in the region. I mean, that's what everybody's shooting for, because that pretty much guarantees you at least 3 home games at home as we get close to playoff time.
They turned me up just a little bit. I can't hardly hear myself. That's really bad when you can't hear yourself talk. I really do think Chester County passed the eye test. They've got a lot of size, a lot of length, a lot of guys that look over 6 foot. Look competent. Quarterback looked like he could play. Looked like they had some speed in the backfield. Their record might be an indicator of how this game may come out, because we've been pretty good late in ball games and been able even the games that we did runaways in, we were able to run the ball at will and run clock. So if Hardin County plays up to their standard, I expect them to win this ball game.
Yeah, and Kendall, you know, their big play guy is the Barham kid, Latavius Barham. He's a wide receiver. He's a big kid, probably, 6'5", I guess.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah,
I mean, he's about 6'4", 6'5".
They like to go to him a lot. Last year they tried to do it and just unsuccessful in that game over there. So that's one key that we need to stop is him. I'll tell you what, let's do. They're going to have a moment of silence and the national anthem. Let's take a quick timeout. This is the Central Bank pregame show. Back after this. Welcome back to the Central pregame show, Central Bank pregame show here in Henderson, Tennessee at Chester County High School. It's the Eagles and the Tigers coming up here in just a few minutes. Other action going on around Region 6. North side will be at JCM tonight, south side at Bolivar, Manassas at Lexington, and Dyer County at South Gibson. Want to remind you in the morning your Sports Saturday starts right here on 93.5 FM at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach with Doug Matthews, Dave McGinnis. They'll get you ready for SEC football and an in-depth preview of Tennessee and South Carolina coming up later on 93.5 FM. And then we'll follow them, me, Kurt Kendall, and Coach Smith with Sports Talk. We'll talk about tonight's game, get you set up for next week as the Tigers will be back at home at Jim Carroll Stadium next Friday night. And then Tennessee football, like I said, coming up later that afternoon as the Fall Network will take over. That's your Sports Saturday lineup. Right now, we got business here at Chester County High School. And, you know, Kurt or Kendall, either one, you know, you come into a game like this, a team that's played pretty well. They just haven't been able to get to the finish line. And you know that they want to pay us back. For last year, we kind of ruined their undefeated season.
Yeah, I mean, of course, just quick rundown of their schedule. They're 1-5, but I think this year is best, you know, quoted as don't judge a book by its cover. Same thing last week with Pure, and this week with Chester County. They're 1-5. lost to Dyer County by 1, lost to Milan by a score, lost to TCA by a score, and then last week to South Gibson, they lost by a score in 4 overtimes. And so, you know, they're definitely going to have a little chip on their shoulder, and it's like Carter Smith said to me this morning. He said, anytime you go on the road, it's going to be a test. So I look forward to seeing what we bring to the table tonight.
Well,
I was just going to say Jacob Saunders is out tonight. That's going to be a hurdle that the Tigers are going to have to come over.
All I was going to say about that schedule and their game outcomes is works one of 2 ways. They got really good leadership on their team. They'll push these guys to get in that win column and be a motivator, or they could be down because they lost all these close games. And I think that all comes down to the senior class and the coaches and how they get these guys prepared when they've had these heartbreak losses.
Well, the Tigers, they race out of the end zone in the east side of the field in front of the Tiger home crowd. The captains are out on the field. It's Smith, Van Hoos, Tanner, and Harris. And speaking of Harris, we talked a lot about Adam Harris last week, and also Johnson in the middle, and what an outstanding job they did. Our linebackers, what an outstanding job they did to be able to stop the speed, stop the run last week with just a couple of adjustments. You know, when you go back and think about it, they had a punt return by number 2 he's probably the fastest man on the field.
Planet.
Yeah, and then they had one where they just threw the ball up. 2 6'5" guys cross. One takes it away from the other, and that was their scoring. But Coach Smith had talked about, Kirk, how well they ran the football in the other 5 games or other 6 games coming into last Friday night.
Well, there wasn't anybody on their team that touched football that couldn't run. And some of those guys that could run like that were in the 6'3" to 6'5" range. I mean, they really did have talent. One of the amazing things, and Coach told us, you know, during Sports Talk last week, that at halftime they knew that those guys getting to the edge was dangerous. So they kind of changed their technique with their outside linebackers and their defensive ends and had them get penetration upfield. And, boy, it really did work because those guys started showing out and making solo tackles before their speed actually got up to speed. So it was a really good coaching move the way he corralled them there and not let them get to the edge. And after that, after we shut that down, they weren't really going to make up ground passing. That wasn't their thing.
The Tigers win the toss, and they elect to receive. So the offense will go on the field first as they await the Eagles to come out. And we're just a few minutes away from football here at Chester County High School. Let's take a quick timeout. You've been listening to the Central Bank pregame show. We'll be back with the opening kick when we return right after this timeout. To Chester County. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app as Chester County will kick it off to the Tigers to start tonight's game. I see Heyman back. I'm trying to see who's on the other side.
I think that's White.
Is that White?
That's White.
Back deep. That's usually Saunders' spot. Kicking off will be Colton Callis, a senior for the Eagles. As he approaches the football, he'll be kicking from the east to the west. He puts a foot into it, and it's going to go in the end zone, and the Tigers will start first down, 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. So Carter Smith will bring them out. They'll go with Heyman. He'll get the bulk of the carries tonight. I'm interested to see. I guess Grissom will be the next man up if Jacob can't go. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10. They'll go 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Shotgun formation, 4-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap, handoff. Heyman looking for some room, has it at the 25, breaks outside at the 30. He's at the 35, he's at the 40, makes a stop there, and then he spins out of bounds. And that's enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. So he got a great block on the edge over here and then got outside, and the speed took over, and the Tigers get a first down on play number 1. They move it out.
It was a confident run, too.
Yeah, to the 43.
You could see that he knew that he was going to get it and did it.
Bailey Huggins was on the block over here, the left tackle. Here's a snap. Handoff. Up the middle. He's going to be stuffed after he picks up maybe a yard. That time they came up and made the tackle on the short game. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you know that old saying, run it till they stop it. Well, they stopped it on 2nd play.
Yeah, 2nd down, 2nd and 1. 3 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw, complete. Makes a move to the inside, breaks a tackle. He's at the 50, he's at the 45. That's enough for 1st down. He moves in to Eagle territory, and that's Jack Gray on the reception. And that'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st down for the Tigers.
Another good sign, that's really a good block. And early in the game, you can pretty much tell if your off receiver on those bowl screens can block or not, and that was an excellent one. And one great first step by Jack Gray got him in the clear.
So now Gray and White will come to the near side, Rose to the far side. Heyman to the left of Smith in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He'll pull up, got a man open to Weeks. It's complete at the 35, bangs his way down to about the 30-yard line. And the safety that time, Edgeston, came up, and Weeks put a lick on him. That'll be another Hardin County Bank 1st and 10.
Yeah, Weeks, big old boy. I mean, you take him on. You better be committed when you do.
1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers at the Eagles' 30-yard line. This drive started at their own 20. Now they'll go White, Gray to the left, Rose to the right. Heyman stands to the left of Smith. Here's a snap. This time they'll give it to him, trying to get outside. Has a little bit of running room, then it quickly closes up, and they're going to shove him out of bounds as they show good team speed on that side. Of course, they're running to the short side of the field. He didn't have a whole lot of room to cut it up. And maybe picked up a yard, and they've got a player down over there. No.
I thought
First down marker is.
I thought we might get a flag on that. They continued to push him while he was out of bounds and actually drove him through the down marker and may have broke the stake. We got an official timeout for chain reconstruction.
Well, that's the down marker. That's an expensive one. A digital down marker. We ain't seen that all year.
Yeah, it's pretty important, too, because that's where you mark your first down.
Yeah.
He went from the football field to the airport.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I can't believe
they gave him a yard, so it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 29. 9:54 to go. First drive of the game. As the Tigers won the toss, they started this one at the 20. No score. 2 receivers left, 1 to the far side. Heyman, the tailback, to Smith's left. He'll walk up, say something to his line. Now goes back in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looks, fires, got a man open to Rose. Complete, 1st down, and he'll be run out of bounds at about the 17, maybe 18-yard line.
I don't really understand. I don't understand it. He's got a half of a stick on the down marker, and he's holding it up in the air. There's no bottom to the stick on the ground. And that spots the ball. So, I mean, how are they going to spot the ball on an incomplete pass? Just wherever he's holding it?
Here's a snap. Heyman looking for running room. He's going to be stuffed right in the middle of the play. Good play there by the linebacker for Chester County.
Yeah, they've done a good job ever since that first run. I mean, they've gotten bodies there, and it's really not had anywhere to go.
Pickup of about a yard to the 17. It'll be second down, 2nd and 9. Second down, 2nd and 9. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman again, trying to get outside. This time he bounces it outside, has one man to beat, breaks that tackle at the 15. Still on his feet, dancing around at the 10, spinning around inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
Strong run. Wasn't a lot there. He just made it happen.
So they threw the beanbag at him.
Yeah, he fumbled, and he just so happened to jump on it.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and about 1, as they're inside the 10 at the 9-yard line of the Eagles. 8:35 to go here in the first quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap. They'll give it up the middle, and Heyman's going to fall down.
Golly, he
had a hole mile wide.
He had a hole the size of a pickup truck.
Yep, slipped down, tried to make his cut, and that'll bring up 4th down. He might have lost a yard. 4th down, 4th and 2, and now the Tigers coaching staff, they'll keep the offense out there. 4th down, well, they'll say 4th and 1. It's a long one.
Yeah, it's 1 in 15, 16.
So Smith lines them up. They'll go trips right this time. 1 here to the near side. Now Heyman goes in motion left. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires. Complete at the 5. That's Rose, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10. Good route, good throw.
Those two been playing together a long time. They know each other, and he's releasing that ball before Rose ever makes his cut. He knows exactly where he's going to be, and it's just hard for a defender to defend that.
So 1st and goal, the ball looks like it's around the 2-yard line, 3-yard line now is where they'll spot it. Here's a snap. Heyman now whistle. All sides on Chester County. So that'll move it just a little bit closer, half the distance. Tigers open the game up with this opening drive at the 20, and they've marched it down the field, running and passing. Now Carter looks over to the sideline for a play. Heyman, the tailback, right behind him. Receiver right, receiver left now. Weeks tied in to the left. Here's a snap. They'll run that way. He'll duck his head. Gets close to the goal line. No signal yet. Now they do. Touchdown, Tigers. He walked up there. Didn't know if he made it or not, but Heyman.
Low man wins.
Yeah.
And he got under the tackler, and he kind of knocked the legs out from underneath the defender and landed in the end zone.
Heyman stretched out over the goal line. Tigers get a score, and in comes Foster. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:20 to go here in the first. Tigers strike first. 7-0 our score. This is Hardin County football. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Powered by Jones Motor Company, the Tigers go 11 plays, 80 yards, and Cameron Heyman punches it in from 3 yards out to put the Tigers up early, 7-0.
Back deep is Aiden Welch and Peyton Barham. Foster will kick it off. Got a big hole right there in the middle, don't they? Here's the kick. It's a wobbly kick. It's going to be taken at the 30. It's fumbled there, and then he's going to fall down trying to get his balance, and he fell forward at about the 27, 28-yard line. So that's where Chester County will open their first drive. First down, 1st and 10.
The Matadors looking good after last week. You know, you really think about it, Noah, the kicker, was involved in 2 of the bigger plays in that close game. Onside kick, he recovers his own onside kick. We get the ball back and makes a touchdown saving tackle on a run back. So the Matador is feeling it.
Shippers is a quarterback for the Eagles. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off up the middle. Has some running room across the 25. Man, we had somebody in the backfield, and he ran right by him.
We had 3 in the backfield. I don't know how he got loose.
But a good pickup on first down out to the 31. Pickup of about 5. 4 yards on the carry. It'll be second down, 2nd and 6.
That box is going to drive me nuts if they don't fix that.
Shippers, a senior quarterback, receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the tailback again. Has running room right up the middle. Still on his feet, bouncing around at the 45 to the 50. And I don't know what we're doing, but he's running right at us. Either they're blocking us out of the play, but we've got defensive linemen there. We're just not making the play.
Way too much space for him to run in. That's the big problem. That means their offensive line getting something. I mean, but look at that right tackle. That right tackle is like 6'5".
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 as they move it in Tiger territory at the 48. Here's a snap, quick throw, slip screen, tries to look upfield before he caught it, and it'll fall incomplete. That's Barham, the intended receiver, and that's what they like to do, Chad Barham. Another senior for the Eagles. So it'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10. It's a good throw. They had it. The Tigers were closing down on him, and he kind of turned upfield and forgot the football.
Yeah, that was designed as a tunnel screen for him to come back into the middle of the field. They pulled their guard and tackle to block downfield.
Second down, 2nd and 10. Here's a snap. Shippers will keep it. Rolling out. Now under pressure, and he's going to flip it to his tailback. He's got running room at the 40-yard line. That's a good play by Shippers. As the tailback just kind of rolled out with him, and he flicks it to him at the 45, and then he gets down to the 35, another first down.
Came in there, made tackle high, and didn't wrap up and hold on to him.
That was Pippin.
Let him free for another 7 or 8 yards.
Pipkin on the reception. So first down, 1st and 10 at the Tigers' 35-yard line. Eagles will line up, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side, tailback to the left. 4-man front for the Tigers.
That's
man
false
in
start.
motion.
I think this guy was looking down. He didn't even see it. The line judge over here didn't even throw his flag.
So false start on the Eagles, and that'll back them up 5, and it'll be first down, 1st and 15. Ball back at the 40-yard line. 6:12 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Hardin County on top.
That's 7. That Barnum.
That's Barham, yes.
Yeah, Barham. He looks like an athlete, doesn't he? I mean, he got all the tools.
Good basketball player as well. First down, 1st and 15. Ball back at the 40. Here's a high snap over Shippers. Here comes a flood, and he was just going to down it at about the 44-yard line, their own 44, as a flood of Tigers were headed his way. Good heads-up play. And after a couple of big plays, they're moving back. They're back in their own territory now.
Yeah, penalty and a bad snap.
Second down and a bunch. They got to get to the 25 for a first. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking, fires. Long down the field. He's got a man and almost intercepted it. Overshot Barham. And Heyman on the coverage.
Heyman with him stride for stride. I mean, he kind of separated from one of our guys, but Heyman stayed with him all the way and actually had a shot at the interception.
So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 30. The ball back at the Eagles' 44-yard line. So a big 3rd down play here for the Tigers. Maybe force a punt. So now they'll go 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They're going to hand it off. Has running room, breaks it up at the 50-yard line. I don't know what's going on up front, but they've got running room. And that's not even going to be close to a first down. They're going to mark it at the Tigers' 48-yard line. They'll punt it away.
They were playing a little softer than they would have if it had been 3rd and 1.
Callis back to punt. Back deep is Jack Gray. He'll stand at about his own 15. So the Tigers line it up like they may want to come after it. Here's a snap. It's a good one. Here comes a little pressure up the middle. He'll get it away. A knuckleball kick. And as he gets away, we'll get away from it and let it roll inside the 5-yard line. That ball hit about the 20 and rolled down to about the 5 or inside the 5 down to the 3. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers back at their own 3-yard line, leading 7-0. Rose here to the near side. Blankenship in the game now, along with White to the right. Carter in the shotgun in his own end zone. Quick throw, complete to Rose at the 10, holding on, and then finally they wrestle him out of bounds at about the 11. That may be close to a first down. They'll spot it at the 11. He'll be about 2 yards short, maybe 3. So a pickup of 7 on the passing catch. Second down, 2nd and 3 from the 11. The Tigers on 11. Here's a snap. Heyman with the ball. Bounces outside, has some running room, and then he's going to be stuffed. Maybe a yard. He's breaking the tackle of that one guy that's coming up, the corner out here, or outside linebacker. But they're cleaning up. They got speed there in the middle. They're reading that. And stuff in that play, you know, Kirk, we've gone to the left the majority of the time so far here in the first.
Yeah, they thought they saw something on film they could get away with on this left side.
3rd down, 3rd and 2. Shotgun formation. Man in motion, right is Weeks. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to Heyman. He'll just lower his head, get close to the 15. That's going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it. It will be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. Good play there by Cam. He just lowered his head. And a good job by the offensive line up front. They got the necessary yardage. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10. Now they have some room to work with. Ball right at the 15-yard line. Weeks and Rose will go right. They'll go their doubles package as they'll send White and looks like Blankenship to the left. Smith lines them up, shotgun formation. Heyman will be to his right. 4-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap. Looking, still looking. Got a man down the sideline. Complete at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. It's a foot race, and he's going to be tripped up as he gets to the 25, 26-yard line. And that's Rose. And, man, what a strike, what a catch.
Kendall, you got anything to say about that throw?
Textbook.
It was. I mean, he actually had to speed up a step to get to it, which pushed him even that much faster downfield. I mean, it was just an absolute perfect throw. Little hitch and go. He kind of gave a little shoulder move, kind of froze him up for a second, and then Rose did the rest. Made a great catch. He high-pointed the ball. That's a hard ball to catch, 40 yards downfield on a line.
So that'll be a Hardin County Bank first down on the pass play, Smith to Rose, and it moves it inside Eagle territory to the 26. 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. 4-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap. Quick throw again to Rose. This time went right off his fingertips.
Pretty sure it got deflected at the line, but still hit off his fingertips. That's why we're running it to this left side. Their defensive end on that far side is their guy.
I mean, they're big and athletic. You can just tell their tackles are the same size as our tackles. Their ends are a little bit bigger than ours, and they've got pretty good speed to the ball. So I mean, competent defense.
2nd down, 2nd and 10. Here's a snap. Heyman trying to get outside. Now he'll move inside, looking for some running room. Cuts it back across the middle of the field, inside the 25 to about the 24. So that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Barham ended up with the ball. I don't really know how that happened, but they acted like he was already down.
So pickup of 2. on the carry. Looks like third down. 3rd and 8. 1:59 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers on top, 7-0. They're driving. They started this drive at their own 3. Now they'll go empty backfield, and Chester County didn't like their alignment, so they want to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 1:51 to go here in the first. 7-0 our score. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. All right, Chester County took a timeout. They want to get their alignment set up as the Tigers came out with an empty backfield. And they'll do the same. 3 receivers left, 1 on the right. Shotgun formation for the Tigers. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking. And there's a pass down the middle of the field to Weeks. Hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. That's 2 drops in this drive. Now to bring up 4th down. What a pretty play. He had it. Hit him right in the hands. I mean, just a little soft teardrop, and couldn't come up with it.
Don't see that much. He's as sure-handed as we got in the receiving group. Kind of expected him to catch that one.
So to bring up 4th down, the Tigers will keep their offense out on the field. Ball spotted at the Eagles' 25-yard line. They'll empty the backfield again. They'll go trips to the left. 1 receiver or 2 to the receivers to the right. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking, in the pocket, looking, and he's going to be sacked from behind as they'll blow the whistle at about the 35-yard line. Stood in there, and nothing developed, took a little too long, and the Eagles get a sack on 4th down, and we'll turn it over on downs.
Well, you know the golf gods are not going to just let you keep dropping balls and still let you get away with it. I mean, that's 2 throws that were in the hands, and you just can't make those mistakes. They don't come that often when you're wide open and the ball's in there and it comes right to you. I mean, you've got to finish plays when they're there.
So Shippers will bring them out. 1st down, 1st and 10 with 1:40 to work here in the first. 4-man front for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a handoff up the middle. Has running room. Goes across the 40 to the 45. They're just running it down our throat right now. That's unusual because they're running it right at Harrison Johnson.
Well, you would think once maybe they get a gap on that front 4, you would think that there would be the next line.
Yeah.
And that's what's not there. For some reason, their second line's not showing up.
Here's a snap. Handoff again to the tailback. This time he's going to be hit, and they're trying to shove him back as he'll get close to the 50. That's Peyton Barham on the carry.
How many Barhams have they got?
Got a bunch. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 6. 50 seconds to go here in the quarter. Shippers in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. This time he'll throw complete at the 40-yard line to Chad Barham as he's working on Blankenship over there on the slant. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. They'll get it to the 32.
Blankenship, he was in for Cam, giving Cam a break. Cam been playing both ways. That time it was just single coverage on slant.
So 1st down, 1st and 10 at the Tigers' 33. Here's a snap. This time they'll hand it off to the receiver. He cuts it up the middle of the field. He's at the 30, he's at the 25. I see what they're doing now. He's going left, and hitting the whole backside on them. They got all the momentum going that way.
They pull the guard going to the left side, which your keys would tell you need to go that direction.
Yeah.
And
so that's the end of the first quarter. Hardin County on top 7-0, but the Eagles are driving. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after. All right, we move to the second quarter. Tigers on top 7-0, but the Eagles are driving, and they put on a pretty good offensive show themselves. Here's a snap. They'll give it on the end around. Has a little bit of running room. Then Big Harris says no, no, no. That time they tried to reverse the field. Got inside the 25 to about the 24. Pick up a yard. It'll be second down, 2nd and 9, or did they say he lost back?
Yeah, they're saying he lost.
Well,
they're saying he lost a yard or so.
Okay, they're saying he lost a couple of yards. I thought they had the ball spotted at the 25. Must have been around the 22. They got it back at 23 now. Second down, 2nd and 12. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Shippers in the shotgun. Here's a snap, low snap. Now he's under pressure. He fires, and it's going to be incomplete.
Good play by the quarterback.
As Owen Roberts came in from his defensive end position and almost got Shippers from behind, and a good play by him just to get it out of bounds. And it'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Ball spotted at the Tigers' 24-yard line. Shippers brings them to the line. He'll send the receiver to the right, 2 here to the near side. Peyton Barham, the tailback. They'll give it to him, trying to bounce it out, and this time he's going nowhere. Good play there by
who's 31?
Parker Gerald.
Yeah, Parker Gerald came up.
Popped him.
Yeah, that's the way you play it. Come up, put that headgear in your stomach.
Lost a couple of more yards back to the 26-yard line, so it's going to be a 4th down, 4th and 14.
Interior did a good job then, too. I mean, he kept sliding out trying to find a hole, and there wasn't one, and then Parker finished it.
Now they're going to bring out their field goal kicker, 4th and 14, see if they can get something out of this drive. They'll spot it down.
He did kick it in the end zone on his kickoff.
At the 34, so it'll be a 44-yard attempt from the left hash. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick spinning toward the uprights. Is it good? It's good.
Wow.
So Callis from 40 yards out, and the Eagles get on the board 7-3 with 10:22 to go. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, Callis hits from 44 yards, and while we're at break, he had a lot of accolations coming his way with his point totals. He is a senior kicker.
Well, that kick didn't look good. Didn't sound good. I mean, it looked like just kind of like he hit a kind of a line drive. Didn't look like he hit it up high on his foot, but it just kept going, and it cleared the bar by about 8 inches, it looked like.
So White and Heyman back deep. Callis approaches the football, and he puts a foot in this one, and it's going to be into the end zone. So the Tigers will get it at the 20-yard line. That's a weapon within itself in high school football especially.
Yeah, I mean, every time you start from the 20 and every time your opponent starts from the 30 or 35, it becomes a big trade-off.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers. They had it deep in Eagle territory. In the 4th down play, we got a sack. We had 2 drops in that play. It's like Kurt said. You do that a couple of times, it's going to come back and bite you, and it did. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman right up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped right about the 21-yard line, a pickup of a yard. And there's just tough sledding right now in the middle between the tackles.
Not winning a lot of battles up there on the front. Of course, we don't have Saunders. That's an issue too.
Yeah.
I mean,
2nd down, 2nd and 9. The ball at the 21. They're going from the east to the west end zone. 2 receivers right. Now they'll empty the backfield. They'll go trips right. Here's a snap, straight drop. Has some time, fires, and over the head of Weeks. He was well covered. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Eagle fans. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 9. And after that drive, that first drive where we were just precision-like down the field, one big play to Rose. Other than that, we've misfired.
I bet they throw it to Rose this time, 9 yard downfield.
3rd down, 3rd and 9. 2 receivers to the right and left. 4-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking to the right, complete to Gray. Turns it up the field, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. He's going to be short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. Tigers may punt it away. I don't know. That's the thing about Saunders. He was our punter.
I don't like that play there.
Yeah.
I threw it 5 yards behind the sticks, expecting him to make that turn upfield with his back when he catches it.
So Carter Pigg will come out. He'll punt it away. Back deep is Robinson, Braylon Robinson for the Eagles. They're scrimmaging over here on the right hash. Pigg standing it out about his own 12. Here's a snap, no pressure. He'll get it away, a wobbly kick. It's going to hit, take a Tiger bounce inside the 30. He lets it go inside the 25, and he'll spot it down at the 24. So a good punt by Pigg, and the Chester County Eagles will have it. 1st down, 1st and 10 at their own 24 with 9:25 to go. 7-3 our score.
I think we're a little off because of not being able to run the ball for more than a couple of yards. I mean, it's our offense is kind of set up by the run. The pass is set up by the run, the play action, and when you're not able to run it very well, it affects the whole outcome.
So Shippers will bring them out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham. Has some running room again, and he'll break a tackle at the 30. Spins out of the tackle of Tibble. And a good pickup of about 8 on the carry. Man, once he gets past that first line, we have nobody there. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and about 2. Here's a snap. Barham again, and here's a flag. They may get them for motion. And I think they're going to on Barham. He's holding his hands up, pleading his case. And it will be on the receiver on the outside. That's 2 on him.
It's a false start.
Yep.
Let's see if he gives that signal. No, he's saying illegal procedure.
Yeah, legal procedure.
I don't really know what there's not much difference. You know the difference between a false start and illegal procedure?
Well, one's illegal and one was false. So that'll move it back to the 28-yard line, where it'll be second down, second, and about 6. Here's a snap. Handoff to his tailback, trying to pop it outside. Has some running room. Breaks tackles there. Now he gets outside. He's going to be knocked down to the 40-yard line. Just bouncing off Tiger tacklers. We hadn't tackled well in this game at all so far, and they pick up another first down.
Well, every time we tried to tackle them, we've given them time to get momentum.
Yeah.
You know, you got to stall them around the line of scrimmage to get other guys there. You got to slow them down a little bit, and we haven't been able to get that initial stop.
Here's a snap. Handoff. Tailback right up the middle, and he's going to be shoved backwards.
34. Who's that?
That's Goheen.
Yeah, he filled a hole in. That's what you want your linebacker to do.
That was Moody on the run for the Eagles. Pickup of about 3. Second down, second and 7. 7:42 to go in the half. 7-3 are scored. Tigers on top. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers right. One on the near side. Here's a snap. Handoff. And that's Moody again. And he's going to be tripped up as he goes across the 45 to the 46. So that's going to break up a third down, third, and about 5.
So
on the carry.
That was a counter tray coming to the left side. I mean, and they pulled their backside guard and tackle, and he ran where they pulled from.
Now they'll line up in the shotgun. They're trying to go fast. Shippers gives a hard count, and now he'll look over to the sideline, and they'll switch and go 2 receivers left, one on the far side. Here's a snap, straight drop. Quick throw to Baum. Looking for some running room as he just running over Tigers. Now he's going to just be shoved backwards. And he may have picked up a yard, maybe 2.
No, he got about 4 yards.
So it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth and looks like 3. So fourth down, 4th and 3 at their own 49-yard line. Big play here by the Tiger defense here in the first half. Now Baum in the Wildcat. And now here comes a flag. They had two guys going motion at the same time.
Well, that's all right as long as you get set for the
Well,
snap.
I know that they were set, though. That's the only thing that I saw that was moving. And now they're going to punt it away. That cost them a first down opportunity. And now they'll send out their punter, Callis. I saw one go in motion, then somebody stood up out of his
yeah, now if they had their hand on the ground, they can't come up.
Yeah. So Callis will come in to kick. Back deep is Gray. That's a big penalty right there by the Eagles. Here's a snap. Here comes a little bit of pressure, and he'll get it away, and he booms this one. And Gray will let it hit and takes a left-hand turn and get in the end zone. It does. Man, we were lucky there.
All you got to do is catch it, and you can't get in the end zone.
So it goes into the end zone, so the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 15 seconds. All right, 6:11 to go here in the half. 7-3 our score. Tigers on top. Tigers have it first down, 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield here on first down. 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. Here's a snap, straight drop. No pressure. Now he's going to throw it deep down the middle of the field. White goes up and tries to make a diving grab in and out of his hands as he was blanketed by Williams. And it falls incomplete.
Another good throw, though.
Yep.
I mean, there wasn't any separation, and he threw it where only our guy could get a hand on it.
So that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10. ball at the Tiger 20-yard line. This time they'll go 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. That's Rose. Heyman, the tailback, 4-man front for the Eagles. Now he'll move to the right of Carter. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Cam, trying to get outside. Has some running room and a block out there now. Going down the sideline at the 35. He's at the 40. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Eagle defender into the sideline. There's no flag over there, but it is enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 on that play. That time, Kirk, he got outside and got the sideline, got a good block out there by Rose.
Yeah, that's his thing. I mean, as a runner, he really is good when he gets to the corner and can turn it upfield. Got great speed and strong. That was a good indicator. He stepped out of bounds, though, before we thought he did.
They'll spot it at the 39. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman again. This time he'll be hitting the backfield and twisting and turning around, and he'll be knocked down back at the 35, a loss of 4.
Tried to bounce that one outside too, and they weren't having any of that.
So to bring up second down, 2nd and 14.
You know, we've always talked about the value of a 3-yard run. A lot of times high school guys, they see a little opening, they think they can get it when it's actually better just lower your head and get those 3-yard positive yards instead of losing 4.
Ball back at the 35. 3 receivers right, 1 to the far side. That's Rose. Now he'll move in tight. Now Heyman goes in motion left. Cuts upfield, looking, fires, got a man open. That's Rose, and he'll be knocked down after he gets to the 41. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and about 9. They tried to clear it out. They had Heyman in motion going down on the fly route, and Rose cut up under him. But a good play by Chester County.
So here, you know, Rose ran those out routes, and they weren't anywhere close to him. I don't know why they hadn't come back to that, because it's been there.
3rd down, 3rd and 9. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires. There it is. Complete at the 50-yard line. That's enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st down.
Thank you.
Man, good throw, good catch. And the Tigers get a 1st down on the play.
That's
with
been there.
4:22 to go here in the half.
That's been there. If I was ever in, I'd run it on 3rd down if we needed it till they stopped it.
1st down, 1st and 10. Ball spotted right at the 50-yard line. They're working on the left hash. They're going from the east to the west. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the far side. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Here comes a little pressure. He steps up. Now he'll fire. He's got a man open. That's Weeks at the 30. He's at the 20. Racing down the sideline at the 15, at the 10. And let's see where they knock him out of bounds.
Great job by both quarterback and Weeks.
They're going to mark him out of bounds inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. That'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st down and a good play. That time as Smith got Weeks going down the sideline. Man, for a big dude, he's got some speed too. He turned on the jets and got run out of bounds right about the 4-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
Quarterback set it up looking to his right and then moved to his left, and Weeks had already gotten open.
Now they'll go power set. Left side. Here's Heyman. Spins toward the end zone. Did he get in? Touchdown, Tigers.
That's the way you do it. North and south.
They went receiver right, receiver left, powered it up on the left side, and Heyman went in right behind them and into the end zone for the score. That makes it 13-3, awaiting the extra point. Foster gets set to kick. Smith to hold. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:48. We got a new score. Hardin County 14, Chester County 3. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 7 plays, 80 yards, and Cameron Heyman once again from 4 yards out to extend the Tiger lead to 14-3.
So the Tigers get a much-needed score late here in the first half, 3:48 to go. Back deep is Edges and, Barham and Welch. Foster approaches the football. It's a high, wobbly kick. It's going to hit and go out of bounds, and they'll get it at the 35. It's a 15-yard difference every time they kick it and we kick it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I'm really not opposed to kicking it out of bounds because we've been kicking it to the 30, and then they try a little run back 3 or 4 yards. So, I mean, it's about as long as it is wide to kick it out of bounds.
So it'll be first down for the Eagles. Shippers will bring them out. 3:48 to work with here in the half. They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Peyton Barham at tailback. He's had his way with us here in the first half. Now they'll run somebody on late.
I don't know why these teams don't make us re-kick because they're just going to pick up 5 more yards every time that we re-kick.
So shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham. Cuts it up the middle of the field. Has some running room. He's got some jets when he turns north and south. He'll be stopped there by Tanner. So he got him by the ankles, but he picks up 7, maybe 8 yards.
Well, and he's a true north and south guy. He just kind of ambles, and then he sees that gap, and there he's gone.
Here's a snap. Here comes a flag, and this time he got knocked down by Pig, but
they moved early. Came up out of his stance.
So that'll move them back 5. Penalties have really killed them. They killed the last drive, matter of fact. They had to punt it away after having a 3rd down
and a 15-yard snap over the head of the quarterback.
So it moves them back 5. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and about 7. Now the ball back at their 43-yard line. Shotgun formation, 4-man front. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham, right side. Now he'll cut it up the middle of the field. Has running room. Has a first down. He gets knocked down, but I'm telling you, they're wearing us out up front.
Yeah, just whenever he penetrates the line of scrimmage, we ain't got nobody there.
Yeah. So that'll be first down at the 49.
And we really haven't seen this yet. I mean, it's the first game we've seen a team be able to block us to where we've missed some tackles on that second level, but there's just absolutely nobody there.
2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. He's going to fire it, and it's going to be incomplete as he tried to get Trice on slant and just fired it behind him. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10. That was Cummings on the coverage for the Tigers. They'll line them back up. This time they'll go 2 receivers here to the near side. Barham to the right. Shotgun formation. Moody in now. They'll give it to Moody, trying to get outside. And this time he's going to be hit and maybe picks up a yard or loses a yard. That's Parker Gerald on the tackle.
Yeah, he read it that time. He came flashing through the hole, hit him in the backfield.
So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 10. No gain on the play. Moody will come out, and Barham will go back in. So 3rd down, 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Tigers on top, 14-3. Shippers looking over to the sideline, trying to get a play on this 3rd down. Actually, they move it back. It's 3rd down and 11. They lost a yard, and now they're going to take a timeout. Boy, they let a lot of clock run. Couldn't get the call they wanted, so the Eagle coaching staff will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 1:50 to go here in the half. 14-3 our score. Tigers on top. We'll be back right after this. Be sure to stay with us at halftime for our Central Bank halftime report. We'll get you caught up on all the scoring plays, get you ready for the second half. Laura Ann Pickerington will be in with the Tiger Report as well. But right now, we got some business to tend to. Third down, 3rd and 11. Shotgun formation, receiver right and left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham. This time he's going to be hitting the backfield at the 45 and driven backwards. And what a play there. That's Parker Gerald again. Yeah. That time they came up and filled the hole, and he was trying to kind of find somewhere to go, and that time we didn't wait on him.
Well, every time he's pretty much touched the ball, he's seen that hole and hit it. The last couple of runs, the hole's not there because Parker Gerald is in it.
So that's 4th down. It'll bring up 4th down, 4th and a bunch. And they'll kick it away, I think. Did the Tigers call timeout? I think they did. So the Tigers use one of their timeouts, I do believe. We'll take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. The Eagles will punt it away, and it's a high booming kick. And once again, we get away from it. It takes a Eagle bounce inside the 15 down to the 11. So the Tigers will have it with 1:29 to go here in the first half. 14-3 our score.
Happy birthday today.
So Smith will bring them out. Heyman will be in at tailback. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the far side. They'll scrimmage from the left hash on the south side of the field. Here's a snap. Looking. Now Carter's going to put it down. He's going to run. Runs over a couple of Eagles and gets it out to about the 19-yard line. Everybody dropped back, and good run by Carter. He picks up about 8. 2nd down, 2nd and 2. They get to the line in a hurry. Now they'll give it to Heyman, trying to bounce it outside. Breaks a couple of tackles, and then he'll be knocked down to 25.
Stop clock.
That should be enough for a Hardin County Bank first down on the run by Heyman. Good block out there by Blankenship. So 58 seconds to go, clock running. I got to get in a hurry now. 3 receivers to the left, 2 here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Looking, under pressure. Fires it down the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted at the 45-yard line. That was a bad throw.
He just threw it up to give him a chance to make a play on the ball.
Ranking Jay Williams with an interception.
Well, that gives them a shot here with 38 seconds to go. He was being pressured from the backside and just floated it in the middle of the field. He'll probably wish he had that one back.
Yeah, he could have thrown that out of bounds over here and lived to play another day.
Got a little greedy.
Well, I mean, another thing, too, is it was only about a 25-yard pass. If it was a 40-yarder or 45, you know, you can kind of get away with it as a punt. They've got another 30 yards to go.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Eagles, 38 seconds to go. They have 1 timeout left. Now they'll stack it up right and left. Shotgun formation. Shippers will drop back. He's looking. Now he'll come under pressure, and he's going to be sacked at the 39. They got him from the backside. That's Carter Durbin. So he came around his left end and ran him down.
Yeah, they couldn't afford that.
And
either.
then they made us decide to take this one to the house. They're not in any hurry. 12 seconds, 10 seconds, and they may be satisfied with taking it to the house. I believe they are. As the clock winds down at the end of one half of play, Hardin County on top 14-3. They're in a tough battle here in Henderson, Tennessee. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime report. That's coming your way next right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Henderson, Tennessee, the home of Chester County High School. It's where we are in this big district matchup. We're at halftime. Hardin County on top, 14-3. It's been a struggle, though, as both teams has found it kind of tough sledding after the Tigers came out with a precision drive, and then it's been kind of hard to run. And really and truly, the Eagles have made several mistakes that cost them drives, and that's where we are right now. Let's take a look at the first half scoring.
Tigers win the toss and on their opening drive go 11 plays, 80 yards, and Cameron Heyman punches it in from 3 yards out to give Tigers the early lead, 7-0. Chester County then goes 8 plays before punting the ball back to Hardin County. Hardin County returns the favor and goes 8 plays before turning it over on downs. And then Chester County goes 8 plays, 65 yards, and they knock one in from 40 yards out to cut the Tiger lead to 7-3. And then after 2 dual drives, Hardin County goes 7 plays, 80 yards, and Cameron Heyman once again punches it in from 4 yards out to extend the Tiger lead to 14-3. And that is where we stand right now at half. Hardin County leading Chester County 14-3.
Kirk, second week in a row, it seems like the running game is just not quite what we have come to expect. up front, which, like you said earlier in the first half broadcast, it makes it hard on our passing game.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with a 2 deep, and that's an extra man in the secondary, so, you know, the numbers say you should be able to run the ball, but they've done a really good job. They've got athletes. Kind of reminds me of Pure, you know, not much of a scorecard. You know, they haven't won but, one game?
Yeah.
And Pure, same way, but both teams had athletes. Both teams played hard. I mean, this is a good contest. They've got all the parts. It's just that they just can't put it all together to get it in the end zone. Like you said, some mistakes on the penalties and stuff, but generally speaking, they're a good football team. They just hadn't been able to capitalize and win.
You know, Kendall, another thing, too, Saunders being out, I doubt we see him. I thought I saw Grissom in the game maybe a couple of times, but he's young and played a lot of JV, but nothing in a game like tonight. So it's going to be a battle of who wants it the most in the second half, because you got a lot of kids going both ways in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, the first one that comes to mind is Cameron Heyman. He's start running back and getting most of the workload there, and then having to turn around and play defensive back. So it's a tall task for him. I think the most intriguing thing going into this second half is how we're going to adjust to stop their run game, because it's like we've kind of harped on here the first half. They've done a really good job of executing the run and gashing us for some big game plays. So
yeah, well, they're toward the end of the first half. We kind of made some plays on Barham, and I don't know if he took a pretty good lick or what, but he didn't look like the same running back there late, and they had to spell him a couple of times with Moody. He's not even near the runner.
No, Barham's a really good running back, and like you said, I think he kind of broke loose one time there, and Eliff gave him a good popping, and from then on out, he's been a little bit timid, but he still has the ability to gash us.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised up front. We've talked about Johnson and Harris and what a force they've been up front. I really can't see what they're doing. I'm watching the football, obviously,
right.
But whatever it is they're doing up front, they're blocking them.
Well, I think one of the bigger things technique-wise is they're staying on their blocks. And if you give another half second, that gives Barham the opportunity to bust through the line of scrimmage, and you've seen it tonight so far, several running plays where Barham's able to do so and get to that second level. So I think it's really more so the second level coming up and being a little bit more on the aggressive side like Kirk has touched on, and hopefully we see that adjustment pay off here in the second half.
Yeah, Tigers up 14-3 here at halftime. The pride is out on the field performing for this home crowd here at Chester County. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, your Tiger Report, Laura Ann Pilkington will step in, and we'll check on all the other sports action around Hardin County High School this week. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Chester County High School, the home of the Eagles. We're at halftime. Hardin County up 14-3. And we hope you're listening right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, the WKWX app, and streaming live on YouTube channel Slice 93. If you can't find us there, go to our website front page. We got the link right there, so you can be here with us. Now it's time for our Tiger Report. Laura Ann Pilkington will come in, and she'll tell us about all the other sports action at Hardin County High School this week.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. The Pride of Hardin County competed Saturday in the Northwest Alabama Marching Classic at Russellville High School in Alabama. The drum majors, color guard, and percussion section all received superior ratings. The band was awarded second overall in Class 6A. Good job, Pride. On Tuesday, the Lady Tigers soccer team fell to McNary Central 7-3. Mary Jenny had 8 stops. Riley Strickland, Grace Budke, and Ella Hammond all scored goals for the Lady Tigers. Last night, they traveled to Henderson to take Chester County. After one half of the play, the Lady Tigers trailed 2-0. They were not able to complete the second half of the game due to lightning. Goalie Mary Genty had 15 stops. A huge congratulations to Molly Pierce. On Monday, she won the District 14 2A tournament in Humboldt. Zach Thompson finished second overall for the boys, and Alexis Stewart and Sam McGinley also qualified for the region tournament, which will be held in Clarksville next Monday. Best of luck to all these Tigers. The Lady Tiger volleyball team had 3 home matches this week. On Monday, they took down McNary Central. On Tuesday, they fell to Lexington, and last night they were defeated by Middleton. They will play in the district tournament next week. The Hitman Trap tryouts will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Blue Sky Shooting Complex for both middle school and high school students. Please bring all equipment, eye and ear protection, as well as 50 rounds of ammunition. Next week, the Tiger football team will host Haywood County. Next Friday's game is Pink Out for breast cancer awareness. All fans are encouraged to wear pink. If you can't make it to Jim Carroll Stadium next week, tune into the game right here on K93 and make sure you stick around for the halftime report with yours truly, Laura Ann Pilkington.
All right, great job as always, and appreciate you making it in this week. You were out last week.
I know.
Yeah, last minute decision.
Yeah, it was.
Good job as always, though. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
doing this and giving us a Tiger report. We're at halftime. The Pride is out on the field, and WKWX very own Kristen Albers is out on the field with them, the drum majorette, and proud of her, what she does here for Hardin County High School. We'll take a time out. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back to Henderson, Tennessee. You're listening to Hardin County Football. Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, bringing you the call this evening over here at Chester County High School. 14-3 are scored at halftime as the Tigers on top. And, Kurt, go in. Some adjustments need to be made, obviously, defensively up front, maybe at the linebacker spot. And then offensively, we got to get that run game going and maybe get another score posted and kind of get out of here.
Defense actually looked a little bit better there at the, the closing minutes of their last two drives of the half. And defense improved. They started getting some stops, started getting some licks at the line of scrimmage, not letting them, get downhill. I mean, those guys, they're good athletes. They get going downhill, they can make stuff happen. They're not like a jitterbug, kind of like that number 2 was from Pure Academy.
Right.
That would just, we couldn't have touched him in a phone booth. I mean, he was that quick. And these guys are more downhill runners, get speed, see a hole, and run north and south. And we really hadn't seen a lot of that. I mean, they're through the hole before we can react.
Right.
And so I'm sure that'll be an emphasis at halftime. And offense has been, their defense can play too. Probably one of our lowest run totals so far this year.
Kendall, I'm hypnotized because I don't know what's going on these ladders by the Eagles band.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of waving and these kind of creepy arms going on.
What would happen if you got up on one of those ladders, Steve?
Well, I would fall right off.
I just now noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we should wave back or what. But anyway.
I'd like to have one of them. They're those nice extension ladders.
I ain't getting on no ladder. But Kendall, working off what Kurt said, there's a lot that.
I wish you hadn't pointed that out to me.
Got to turn your back to it.
Got me a little weird now.
Working off what Kurt said about the adjustments being made. Carter threw some excellent balls. We had one drive where we had a couple of drops that really cost us a score in that drive. Yeah,
and of course, you look at that interception near the end of the second quarter, and I think he just immediately regretted throwing that ball like he did. But other than that, he's been really efficient, as always, from game to game. But one thing I always like to point out is just his patience. You think about that long ball down the sideline to Weeks. He did a really good job of stepping up in the pocket and kind of flushing out to the left side and dropping it right in the bucket for Weeks. And, of course, Kurt pointed out earlier, but Heyman, it's one of those take-your-medicine type deals where when you're given 3 or 4 yards, go ahead and take it instead of trying to, make something out of nothing. But I think that's one of those things that, of course, Heyman's having to carry a lot of load on his shoulder pads tonight, but he's done a really good job up to this point. And I think it's just fine-tuning some things offensively, and then obviously defensively we're going to have to make a big adjustment to slow their run game down.
Well, we've taken a lot more shots vertically than we normally do. We'll take some shots downfield, but it just seems like they've seen something on film where they feel like that we can throw deep on them.
Well, they were in that too deep, but when we put 5 guys out there, they can't hardly do it, and it kind of opens the field up a little bit. I think pretty much is kind of feeling their way through this first half because the throwing game was there at times, but the other thing too is 3 passes that hit us right in the hand. One would have been a touchdown, another one would have been a first down, and we didn't make it. So we hadn't helped our passing game as much as we could have on the receiver side. Now the quarterback's been sharp except for the one pick thrown, right before half. I really don't feel bad about that. One of the things too, though, that you got to think about is was that Pig that got the sack on the quarterback with around 40 seconds to go in the half.
I think it was actually
Parker
Gerald, wasn't it?
I think it was Carter Durbin.
Carter Durbin, yeah.
Carter Durbin, yeah. Well, that ended up being a big deal because if they had completed a pass for 10, 15, 20 yards right on that play, that boy kicked one 40-something yards.
Yeah.
So, they were really just 2 plays away from a field goal.
Right.
But him tackling them, no timeout, that stymied that. So, he had a big play to end the half.
Well, the Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. We're a few minutes away as the Eagle Band is out on the field performing for the home crowd. Let's take a time out. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. You've been listening to the Central Bank Halftime Report. We'll be back with the second half kick in just a few. Welcome back to Chester County High School. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson as we're just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. Tigers on top 14-3 as the defense will come out first. And like we said, Chester County has been really good between the 20s. And, Kendall, without a few mistakes, this could be maybe a one-score game going into halftime. But, Tigers came up big when they had to.
Yeah, they sure did. I think coming out the second half, I think you've really got to make Chester County a little bit one-dimensional, take the run away, make them throw the ball. They've tried throwing the ball a couple times, trying to get Barham out there on the outside one-on-one on a deep ball, and then just a couple slant routes. But other than that, they really haven't done anything through the passing game. And so I'd love to see how our approach here in the second half and just trying to plug that middle that they're kind of getting these deep running plays on us and make them make an adjustment.
Yeah, we need to come out. You know, Coach Smith talks about the first couple of series in the third quarter, and this will be a big series for the defense. We need to get a stop and then hopefully get our offense cranked up, get a score on the board.
Oh, yeah, and it's another one of those scenarios that there's two guys on that team we know of that we've seen tonight that they're a threat every time they touch it. Both of them, are they brothers, Barham brothers, or cousins?
I don't know.
But the tailback and the wide receiver.
I know they're cousins of Tony.
And well, we need to get him over here and put a spell on them so they won't be as effective in the second half. I don't know, those two guys. So the defense, I mean, there's no down to let up. I mean, it's not like somebody else will make that tackle, because if you think like that, you're going to get beat, because these guys can take it to the house. And give our secondary credit and guys chasing the play. A lot of them that have made those 15, 20-yard runs downfield. So those guys have really stepped up and helped their front on the defensive side of the ball.
You know, I was just sitting here thinking, too, you know, when they get in those 4th and longs like that or 4th and mediums, they don't hesitate to punt. When you got a really good punter like they do, does it make that decision a little bit easier, or does it take away hey, we need to go for it right here or punt them deep?
No, I think you make that
play
call.
The odds.
Yeah, you just do what you feel. Good coaches know how to make that happen.
Back deep is Welch and Barham for Chester County as we get ready to start here in the third quarter. Hardin County up 14-3. Foster puts it down from the 40. He'll be kicking from the east to the west. And here's a high end-over-end kick. It's a short kick taken at the 25-yard line, dancing around there, and then he's going to be cut down. That's Sam Tanner. He'll get him by the ankles and knock him down right at the 35-yard line. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 35-yard line to start here in the third quarter. Shippers, the quarterback, he's gone all the way so far, senior. We've heard his name a lot. He's been out there a bunch over the course of the last 3 years. Barham will be the tailback. That's Peyton Barham. As they come out, first down, 1st and 10. They'll stack it up over here on the left side and stack it up on the right side, 2 receivers each. Barham, tailback to the left, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham up the middle. Breaks the tackle there, and he's going to be knocked down. The ball's on the ground. Are they going to throw it? Boy, he wanted to throw the beanbag. Did they throw the beanbag? We've got the ball. We're saying we have it. And it looked like this official over here, he tried to reach for his beanbag and couldn't pull it out, but they'll give it back to the Eagles, and they've got a lineman hurt. Now he'll get up. They'll move it out to the 40-yard line.
What's really weird, you know, is we've got a lot of penetration. I mean, we've been in their backfield. We've got guys.
We just got to hit them at the mesh point.
But, yeah, there you go again. You get me with the mesh point. But what's happening is they're still in the backfield, and they're letting almost like the defense come in some spots, which is kind of creating a lane for them. It's a little bit different. Look.
Second down, 2nd and 5. Here's a snap. Barham, right side. And he'll just lower his head, and he'll take some Tigers for a ride across the 45 to about the 47. That'll be enough for a first down.
That's where that's been their hot spots, off that right side. They're running behind those guys, that one.
So they'll stack it up on either side. Here's a snap, high snap, fumble, ball's on the ground, and Shippers will have to pounce on it back here at the 40. That's been their bugaboo in this game.
That's 3. That's 3 waist down plus lost yardage.
That time he looked like he may have taken his eye off the ball, but they lose back to the 40-yard line. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 17. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes the pressure. They'll dump it off. They set up the screen. Barham has it. This time he's going to be hit and knocked down, picks up a couple. Has a good play there by Tibble. And also Caleb Franks for Hardin County. So that'll bring up a third down. Third and about 14. Pick up a 3 on the play. Third down, third and 14. Ball at the 44, the Eagles 44. Shotgun formation. Now he'll move Baum to his right, 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure. He's running around now. He'll fire over the middle. It's going to be tipped.
Good job
by Elif, as he had Baum over the middle, and Elif jumped the route and tipped it up in the air, and it'll fall incomplete, and the Eagles will have to punt it away.
That was a really good play. That's one of the few times we jumped a route like that. And he saw it. They were in zone back there, and he saw who the quarterback was looking at, and he was under pressure, and he was able to get a hand on it and knock it away.
Back deep is Gray. Callis in the punt. He's a good one. Here's a snap. Here comes a little pressure, and he'll get it off. It's an end-over-end kick, and Gray will ask for a fair catch, and he'll get it and catch it at the 20-yard line. Well, it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at our own 20. 9:58 to go here in the third quarter. This will be our first series in the second half. 14-3 our score. Hardin County on top. Smith will bring them out. They'll send a receiver to the left. 2 now to the left. 1 here to the near side is Rose. Heyman in at tailback to Carter's right. Now a man in motion right. Here's a snap. They'll throw it back. Complete. Has some running room down the sideline. That's Blankenship. He breaks it at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. 5. Touchdown, West Blankenship.
Holy mackerel.
Wow.
Did anybody see that coming?
It's a quick pop to the outside, and West took it down the sidelines and to the house. And on play number 1, after getting a 3 and out, the Tigers go on top. 20-3, awaiting the extra point.
Sure makes the coaches look good. Well, we came over that at halftime. I'll tell you what, I didn't know he was that fast. He outran everybody on their team.
Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up by Foster, and the kick is true. Our new score, 9:39 to go here in the third. 21-3 our score. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go one play, 80 yards. Carter Smith to West Blankenship to put the Tigers up 21-3.
You know why that happens, because we fielded that punt.
Yep. One play. Big score. Just like we drew it up at halftime on the Central Bank halftime show. Here's a kick by Foster. It's a spiraling kick. It's on the ground. They're going to have to dive on it, and they do at the 32-yard line. That was a weird-looking kick, almost like a knuckleball, and that was Moody. Dove for it, and then it squirted out from under him. And
you know, anytime a football's kicked and the 2 noses of the ball are up and down the whole time, that's a specialty kick. Only the Matador can do that.
So it's first down, 1st and 10. The Eagles will have it at their own 31-yard line. 9:31 to go here in the third. Shippers in the shotgun formation. Receiver right, 2 here to the near side. Barham, the tailback to his right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham up the middle. And this time he's going to be tripped up.
He's having a good game. That's that Durbin, isn't it?
Yeah, Carter Durbin on the tackle. He got tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and then Durbin cleaned it up for the Tigers. A pickup of a couple. It'll be second down, 2nd and 7. Here's a snap. Quick throw. complete to Barham, and he's going to be swallowed up over there as he jumped backwards.
Man, that tackle, he waylaid somebody.
Yeah.
They could have called something on that.
Well, he's done it a couple of times. He's the one that hit somebody out of bounds on our sideline, but they ain't getting the call. They were trying to.
That blindside block thing, that's kind of blindsided.
That time Barham made the catch, and then he jumped backwards, and then when he did, he was corralled by a whole host of Tigers, and that'll bring up third and about 6, maybe 7. Here comes a man in motion. They'll give it to Barham, and he runs into, who is that, Sam Tanner, a pickup of a couple, and they're going to punt it away again.
Pretty greedy on the defense part.
Yeah, Tanner comes up and makes a big hit on Barham that time as they try to delay, and they'll send out Callis on 4th down, 4th and 4. 4th down, 4th and 4. Back deep is Gray. Tigers looking maybe possibly a fake. They don't get it. Here comes a snap, and he gets it away, and it's going to hit this time at the 35, take a turn to the left, and Eagle Row back down to the 25. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 25. They ran one play in their opening drive here in the third, and they'll come back out with 7:42 to go and leading 21-3. So Smith will bring them out. First down, 1st and 10. Heyman in at tailback. Rose here to the near side. Gray and White to his left. 4-man front by the Eagles. Here's a snap. Hand off to Heyman. He's hitting the backfield. We had a whole A block there. And they knock him back at 20. He was back there about the time they got the snap.
Yeah, he about took the handoff.
Ole.
So a loss of about 7. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 17. Smith in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Heyman again, trying up the middle now. He has some running room, breaks it outside at the 25, still on his feet as he gets down close to the 30. They're going to spot him about the 28. Did a lot of that on his own.
Man, you got to love the battles within the battles. That number 70, you know, that 70, 71. It was 70 last time. He got flat backed on that play. It was like, you're not going to get this again.
Third down, 3rd and 7. Ball spotted at the 28, the Tigers' 28. 3 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. They're working on the right hash, going from the east to the west. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looking, fires over the middle, complete to Rose at the 40, still on his feet at the 45, still on his feet, spinning around, and they blew the whistle down, and now they're going to give it to him. They throw a beanbag. They took it away from Rose, but the whistle blew. They were spinning him around. The whistle blew. I heard a whistle.
That's what Coach Smith's hot about right now.
I heard a whistle. The official back here is standing where the whistle blew. He blew it down.
Even if it's inadvertent, it's down.
Inadvertent, it's down. I heard it up here. So it's going to be our ball. I heard the whistle blow.
Well, he was wrapped up. I mean, he wasn't going forward anymore.
So let's see. They're trying to talk him out of it. And let's see what happens here as they're still talking about it. I heard the whistle blow up here. They're still talking, and everybody kind of quit. And Coach Smith, he's hot over there. He's trying to lobby for it to be right here. I don't know what the discussion is. Either did you blow the whistle or did you not blow the whistle?
Did you blow it before it was fumbled or what?
What? It's going to be our ball, isn't it?
I don't know. He's going to
They're
explain
give
to us first.
That's not good.
So they're going to go over and talk to Coach Smith. He's still standing there where the whistle would have been blown, or where the play would have been blown dead. So they go and they, it's like they go and say, we're going to talk you out of it.
Yeah, they're giving the ball to them.
Yeah. So why are you going to talk him out of it? If he says, I blew the whistle, play stops. And now Coach Smith is not happy at all. So what are they going to do?
Well, why is their offense standing back?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
So now they're coming over here to talk to Chester County's coach.
He either blew the whistle before the ball was turned over.
And he ain't happy either.
No, that must mean we're going to get it.
Are they going to replay the down?
What?
Neither coach is happy, I can say that. And that's, you either have one coach happy and the other one not, but I don't know what the discussion is. Either you blew it down like we talked about. They've got the ball back here, and he's going, I don't know. That's what we're going to do. Chester County's coach is not happy. They're getting booed. And it looks like Hardin County's offense is going to stay on the field.
Well, I think Coach Smith is upset because that should have never even been a controversy.
It was almost like there was no play.
Yeah.
Well, the way I understand it is if there's an inadvertent whistle during a loose ball, it goes back to the line of scrimmage.
May have to get some clarification on that. But anyway, we got the ball. They don't. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires. Complete. And that'll be enough for a first down as he gets White over there on the far sideline. Well, you talk about a confusing play.
Yeah. Tune in to Sports Talk. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. I'm sure Matthew's got the explanation for it, but that was a weird play. Kirk, you officiated. It's not very often you have both coaches upset on the same play.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. So two receivers come out here to the near side, one to the far side. Shotgun formation. That was a Hardin County Bank first down. Man goes in motion left. Here's a snap. And that's Heyman. Gets the outside, turns on the Jets at the 40 to the 45, it looks like. Over there around the Tiger sideline, and it will. They'll spot it at the 45. Good pickup on first down.
Yeah, that's when Cam's at his best. He gets out there on that edge, gets north and south, really fast and strong. He can push. I mean, that's where you don't want him if you're Chester County.
So it'll be second down, second and 3, pickup of 7. Now two receivers here to the near side, one to the far side. Shotgun formation, 4-man front for the Eagles. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Heyman again, trying the middle. Now he's going to bounce it outside. Nothing there. Bounces off a couple of tacklers. Still going down the sideline, and I think he got enough for the first down. He did.
He did.
Right about the 48-yard line. He just kept bouncing off Eagles and finally turned it upfield, enough for the first down. And it'll be a Hardin County Bank first and 10 for the Tigers.
You can just tell he's strong. I mean, he's low once he gets going. I mean, if you don't wrap him up around the legs, he's going to push you.
So 4:28 to go here in the third quarter. Hardin County on top, 21-3 and driving. Here's a snap. Straight drop, looking, fires down the sideline, has a man open, complete to White at the 10, to the 5, and down around the 4.
Golly, he's hot.
And now we got a flag back here we're holding.
It's either going to be a hold or a rough in the pasture. I don't know which one.
Hold.
Golly.
So that's coming back. Maybe that's a makeup.
Going to take points off the board.
Yep.
Boy,
so that one's coming back. That was a pretty ball.
Man, it was a beautiful throw and catch.
Good catch, too, by White.
Hands up. Caught it all with his hand. Didn't try to basket catch it. He's been impressive. He's young.
So they'll bring it back. And they'll spot it at the 39, where it'll be first down there, first and a bunch. They need to get to the 41. of the Eagles for the first down. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll throw it again, and this time it's going to be complete to Gray as he goes down and makes the grab just before hit the turf. And a quick throw and a pickup of about 5. So that'll bring up second down, second at the 45. Tigers in no hurry as they're letting the clock ride. They've eat up a lot of clock here in this third quarter on this drive. The Eagles have had a couple of 3-and-outs. We had a quick strike on play number 1 to start the third quarter, and then this drive here. Second down, second and 14 from our own 45. 3 receivers right, here one to the far side. Now the Tigers want to call a timeout as Coach Smith saw something he didn't like, or maybe a misalignment. But anyway, we'll take a timeout with them. 3:02 to go here in the third quarter. Hardin County 21, Chester County 3. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on the voice of Hardin County. All right, second down, second and 14. Tigers take a timeout. They wanted to talk about it. Now they'll come out with an empty backfield. 2 receivers left, 3 here to the near side. They're going from the east to the west end zone. Here's a snap, straight drop. And here's a screen underneath the Weeks. Has it at the 50-yard line, and then he gets tripped up by a feather of the Eagle at midfield. There wasn't anybody around there, so it had to be.
That number 5 pushed him.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, it was Barham, number 7. Gave him a little shove.
Yeah, I thought maybe a feather or a beak got him. So it makes it third down and manageable now as they move into Eagle territory at the 48.
That's well executed. I thought it was there. I thought he was fixing to get big yardage out of it.
All right, they'll go 3 right, 1 to the far side. Heyman the tailback, 2 Carter's left. Now he'll go in motion left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Good pocket, fires, complete to Heyman out of the backfield at the 40-yard line. Run out of bounds at about the 39. That'll be enough for a first down. Hardin County Bank, 1st and 10.
That's just way too easy.
Yeah.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the 39 of the Eagles. Clock stops as Heyman was run out of bounds. 2:08 to go here in the third.
Carter Smith's been really pretty good. That one throw, that right before half. But other than that, all those deep balls that he's thrown, every one of them catchable.
Now they'll go 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires down the middle of the field. He's got Jack Gray open. Complete at the 5 in the end zone. Touchdown, Jack Gray. He got behind him, and Smith fired it, hit him at the 5, and Gray takes it in for the score. And the Tigers go up 27-3, awaiting the extra point.
And I'll tell you something. You would think coaches, when he's that on throwing those deep balls, and every one of them is in the right spot, I just load up on them all night.
Here's a snap. The kick is up, spinning toward the uprights, and the kick is good. Our new score, 1:59 to go here in the third. Tigers pulling away, 28-3 is our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers work the clock and go 11 plays, 75 yards before Carter Smith connects with Jack Gray from 40 yards out to put the Tigers up 28-3.
Kurt, they overcome a pass interference on a completed pass to White that would have got them down to the 5. That one came back, and then Carter hit Jack on the post route at the 5-yard line. He takes it into the house. Here's Foster with a kick, squib kick down on the ground, rolling around. It's going to be picked up, and then he is just going to fall forward. That's Moody. I don't know what happened to him on that one, or he just looked up and knew that he was fixing to take a shot. So
he just fell off. He just fell off the diving board on that one.
Man, what a drive though! 11 plays, 75 yards, eat up most of the third quarter.
Yeah, and they overcame that 7-yard loss. On the next play to Heyman on the out route. I mean, it's just they're remarkable when you've got a quarterback and guys that can run routes and you know where they're going to be, and the quarterback that can deliver it. It's just in high school especially hard, like those little out routes. You just can't hardly cover.
Shotgun formation. Shippers sends to the right, one to the far side. He'll fake it, looking under pressure. Now he'll just throw it down the field. It's a duck. It's going to be intercepted by Eliff. He's going down the sideline at the 35. Turns on the jet serve, and he's going to lose the ball out of bounds. But Shippers was hit just as he released it, and Eliff comes up with the interception at the 50 and moves it inside Eagle territory on the turnover down to, let's see where they'll spot it, at the 27-yard line. So the Tigers are back in business after that long strike to go up 28-3 with 1:43 to go here in the third.
Well, that last score's pushed them too. They know they got to start scoring quick to get back in the game, and Eliff's had a good game. He's got that tilt ball and now an interception.
Here's a snap. Carter looking. Goes to his left, fires in the end zone, complete, touchdown, Ryan Weeks.
You give Carter Smith that much time, he'll beat anybody. I mean, we'll win the state championship if he's got that much time to throw.
Man, what a great job. I don't know if you noticed his movement in the pocket. Pocket started collapsing on him. He got out of there, moved to his left, just shifted a little bit, got some space, found Weeks down the sideline, hit him in stride, and Ryan Weeks goes into the end zone for the score, and the Tigers build it to a 34-3 lead. Here's a snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 1:34 to go here in the third quarter. Tigers pulling away. 35-3 our score. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. After a Gabe Eliff interception, Carter Smith finds Ryan Weeks from 27 yards out to put the Tigers up 35-3.
So 3 big strikes in this quarter alone, and the Tigers build the lead to 35-3 with 1:34 to go.
Yeah, Steve, you said
here
it
in
a
the
minute
third.
ago. Their body language is different now than it was in the first half.
Here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to hit at the 20. He'll take a bounce. Barham will have it there. Breaks a couple of tackles. Still on his feet. Then he's going to be knocked down. Boy, some poor tackling there. We had people all around him. He just kept getting out of arm tackles. And Chris Kinney gets the tackle at about the 40-yard line. They had him pinned up back there about the 25.
Well,
he got through a couple of tackles, kept going.
Kept hitting him high. I mean, you just can't do that. You got to get down there on that thigh level. He just kept sliding out of him.
So Shippers will bring them out again. First down, 1st and 10 at their 39-yard line. Clock under a minute now and rolling. 2 receivers left, one to the far side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham, and he's going to be swallowed up. Big Johnson back there, number 67 for the Tigers. Tayshawn in the backfield, and he knocks Barham back to about the 36-yard line. It'll be second down, second and 10. Now things are a little bit different on that defensive front.
Yeah, that defense has gotten grittier this whole second half. They came out, with a pep in their step.
Here's a snap. They'll give it to Barham again, looking for some running room. Nothing there, and then finally finds a little bit of a hole across the 40 to the 41. Tibble on the tackle.
Boy,
that'll bring up a third down, third and long.
He's got that textbook jump, step, and go. He lands, and when he lands, he's already running.
3 quarters in the books. We'll head to the fourth and final quarter. Hardin County on top here in Chester County, 35-3. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, welcome back to Henderson, Tennessee. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. Brett Carnell on the camera doing great work on our streaming tonight on YouTube channel Slice 93. We move to the fourth, 35-3 our score. Tigers on top. Third down, 3rd and 6 for the Eagles. Here's a snap, straight drop. Shippers now falling under pressure. Finds a man underneath, and it's complete as he goes across the 50 to the 45.
That boy there played too.
Yeah, that's Big Pipkin, and he's an outstanding basketball player as well for Chester County.
Yeah, big tight end. He ran the drag route. Quarterback waited on him to clear. He's a load once he gets.
Mom's the head coach over here. The Lady Eagles, or Eaglettes, whatever they call them. Here's a snap. Handoff to Moody. Just runs into the back of his right guard, and he falls forward and picks up maybe a yard. Now one of their big linemen comes out, and he's had a heck of a game at 78. He comes out, looks like an ankle.
Nice.
So it'll pick up a yard, second down, 2nd and 9. Shippers in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, one here to the near side. Moody the tailback. Here's a snap. Quick throw, complete, and he dropped it. It was complete for a minute. And then it fell to the turf. That's Colton Trice.
He had the inside. He's going for another. That's going to be a 20-yard gain if he catches the ball.
Yeah. Thing about it is the coverage is good. They're off on him a little bit. The closing was good, and he just dropped the ball. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and about 9 to go. The ball spotted at the 43-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here's a snap, low snap. Now he looks, and looks like he's going to take off. There's a flag over there. He'll run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Be short of the 1st down, but I see some
ineligible
yellow down on the field on our sideline.
I think he said there was an ineligible downfield. I think that's what he called.
So now they're going to say, forget it. They'll pick the flag up. They get to the 40, so it'll be 4th down, 4th and about 6 for the Eagles. 9:37 and counting here in the 4th. Shippers looking over to the sideline. They're in no hurry, really. 2 receivers here to the right, 1 to the far side. Now he's trying to get everybody lined up, and this time he'll have to use a timeout as Moody lined up on the wrong side, and he hears it from his quarterback. Hey, coming up at the end of this game, it'll be the Central Bank post-game show. We'll wrap this one up from here with the scoring plays and get you set for your Sports Saturday. Speaking of Sports Saturday, it starts at 8 a.m. with Coach Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis We coach to coach. They'll get you set for SEC football and then go in depth to Tennessee and South Carolina coming up tomorrow evening right here on 93.5 FM. Then Sports Talk at 9. Coach Smith will be along with me, Kirk, and Kendall. And we'll talk to him about tonight's game and get you set for next week. We'll be back at home at Jim Carroll Stadium as Haywood County will be in town and what will be a battle of two top 10 teams in 4A in the state. Fourth and 6, man in motion. They'll fake it to him under pressure. Now they'll try to screen, and it's going to fall incomplete at the 40-yard line.
Tidwell had it snuffed out. He was fixing to be there if he caught it.
That was Young, the tight end. It was thrown down at his ankles, and they'll turn it over on downs as the clock is running now. Another running clock for the Tigers as we're under 9 minutes to go. So Smith will come back out. He'll send Elif to the right. White and Ruddle here to the near side. Here's a snap, handoff. That's Grissom, and he picks up to the 46, maybe 47. So good run by Taylor Grissom. And he's had to come in and help out tonight. And that'll do it for Carter Smith, and he will go out, and he's had a big night here at Chester County. And they'll run Brody Ivy out, the senior backup, as he gets everything set. Shotgun formation, two receivers left, one on the right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Grissom. Bounces it outside, has some running room, has a blocker out there. He's at the 50, and then he falls down trying to make his cut. It's going to be close to a first down. I don't know if they'll give it to him or not. I mean, it's right at the 50, and they will. It'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10.
You need some oxygen.
Boy, you ain't kidding. I need some water.
This is one of the first games I can remember that we've done that it's been hotter in here than it has been on the field.
They don't understand what we play through, do they?
No, I mean, we're up here just.
We've been on top of this press box tonight. We've
got
been
run
outside.
off.
We got run off, got outside, got run off, and then found a home back here in the sweat box. And now the Tigers will take a timeout. I don't know what they're doing. Coach Smith looking back at the sideline. He wasn't happy about something. 7:12 to go here in the game. 35-3 our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, next week, Haywood County comes to town to take on the Tigers before we go into our off week. So get a big win over here. That's going to put us at 3-0 in the district with 2 more to go, which is South Side. We'll have to go over to South Side, and then Lexington will come in on senior night to wrap it up. Ivy in the shotgun formation. Now he goes under center. And they'll sneak it for the first down. Good run there by Brody Ivy as he gets it to the 44-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down.
Man, that's a push there.
So now a whole substitution as the first line is going out. That's Van Hoos going out along with Townley going out. Big 75. Bailey Huggins going out. I didn't see who else. Off that front line. They've done an excellent job here in the second half. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Hand off to Grissom. Looking for running room and still on his feet. And then he's going to be knocked down as he gets across the 45 to the 44.
Good run for what was there. He wiggled and wanked and ended up getting a couple of yards out of nothing.
Peyton Holt in the game for the Tigers. Corbin Smith in the game for the Tigers. Ellis Smith in the game for Hardin County. White's in there, along with Ruddle. Also, Michael DeShazier in the game for Hardin County as they're in no hurry. Now they'll line up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. And
false
there
start.
goes the whistle. Yeah.
Play was so
Everybody
late getting in.
Yep.
There's only
Trevor Ayers also on the line for Hardin County as well. And Taylor Brown.
only 3 of them moved.
So that'll back them up 5. Clock still running. Approaching 5:20 to go here in the 4th. Stay tuned for our Central Bank post-game show following the completion of this game. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff. Grissom picking his way across the 50 into Eagle territory to about the 48. And here comes a flag as a sidearm flag comes out from this side judge over here. They don't even know he's throwing a flag. I don't even know if they've known he's in the game or not. But anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know what
I
he
guess
saw.
holding.
Holding.
2-yard run.
Well, I don't think he's thrown his flag on.
Yeah,
They really hadn't acted like they knew he was over there. So, anyway.
Good for him.
He's probably got an earful over here. Chester County's coach has not been happy here in the second half.
Or there could have been a hold.
Yeah, and they could have been a hold. That's right. That's why he come in there, Kurt. Take up for him. Old official.
Biased opinion
Yeah.
by Kurt there.
I mean, they're not wrong every time.
Well, it's possible.
Ain't got one right on that.
Second down, second and 23. Here's a snap. Grissom trying to get it outside. Has a little bit of running room. Stays on his feet at the 45 and pushes forward to about the 46, 47-yard line. Way to bring up a 3rd down. Let him throw one. Third down.
Ain't going to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a senior. He's been out there a bunch. He's handed it off a bunch.
Is he a senior?
He is. I believe that's correct. If he's not, it seems like he's been here a long time. Here's a snap. Handoff. And it's going to get knocked down about the 45.
3 minutes and 13
that's being
seconds.
White on the carry, and that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 20. And the Tigers will punt it away. They'll send out Carter Pigg. I think this is only our 2nd punt, right? Of the night.
Correct.
So Pigg will come out and punt it away. Here's a wobbly kick off the side of his foot. Takes a Tiger bounce down the sideline, and they'll spot it at the 29-yard line where the Eagles will have it. 1st down, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line, trailing 35-3, and now they're getting a bunch of young players out on the field as well as they try to get everybody lined up. So the Tigers are going to go to 7-0 on the season, regular season, 3-0 in district play, Region 6. The Eagles will fall to 1-6 and 1-2 in the district. Here's a snap, handoff, tailback. That's Moody, and he will pick up a couple of yards.
He's running with a
down
little
to
mood, isn't he?
Yeah, to the 35.
Angry mood.
That was Kenny on the tackle from his safety spot.
We don't have anybody out here on the other. Now we do.
Here's a snap, handoff, Moody again, and he's going to be knocked down this time. And some extracurricular going on back here. A Tiger and an Eagle. That was Landon Murphy on the tackle for the Tigers. A good tackle in the backfield.
0 or
That looks like 8. I think that's, I don't know who that is. I don't think it's 8. I'm not sure who it is. But they get them off the field.
Maybe
Dead ball, personal foul. They just got a little scuffle back here.
Maybe they're offsetting.
Yeah, they did. Not sure who that was. It does look like 8. If it is, that's Owen Roberts. But I don't think a starter would be out there right now, but it might have been.
There's been some chippy stuff going on tonight.
1:21 to go. Here's a snap. Second down, 2nd and 4. Moody again. And he'll go across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Minute 12 left. It's about over. They ain't got much with that running clock. Time goes fast.
Stay tuned for the Central Bank postgame show. It's coming your way immediately following the end of this game. Here's Moody again, right side, and he turns it upfield, and he's going to be knocked down at 25 as he's hit there by Gavin Oliver. Comes up, makes a play, picks up about 3. Second down, 2nd and 7 from the 45. Ethan Burks, a sophomore, in at quarterback now for the Eagles. 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap. He'll keep it left side, and he'll be stopped short of the 50-yard line. That may be the last play of the game. Tigers running people on and off. Out went Baylor Rasback. Into the game now it's Ben Benson. And that will be the last play of the game as we're at 5 seconds. And the horn will blow, and the Tigers come over to Chester County and get a big win as they blow them out 35-3. Let's take a timeout. Your Central Bank postgame show headed your way next, right after this. Well, the Tigers get a big win, 35-3, and they move to 7-0 on the season, 3-0. That's the big number in the region. And Kurt just got a text, and I got a text earlier this afternoon with all the commotion going on. I get a chance to talk about it in my pregame notes. But Coach Matthew Smith's 100th win here at Hardin County High School. So congratulations to Coach Smith and his staff. And all those that were a part of that 100 wins, and couldn't happen at a better place on a better night, and to get a big district win. Let's take a look at scoring plays from tonight's game.
Well, to start the second half, Steve, Chester County goes 4 plays before punting the ball back to Hardin County. Hardin County strikes pretty quickly and go 1 play, 80 yards. Carter Smith, the Wesley Blankenship. That puts the Tigers up 21-3. Chester County quickly goes 3 and out before giving the ball back to Hardin County, who goes 11 plays, 75 yards. Carter Smith connects with Jack Gray from 40 yards out. That puts the Tigers up 28-3. And then Chester County runs 1 play. Gabe Eliff comes up with a big interception, giving the ball back to Hardin County. And then Hardin County strikes once again. Carter Smith to Ryan Weeks on the first play of the drive from 27 yards out. And that puts the Tigers up 35-3, and that is where we stand at the end of this game. Hardin County gets another victory, 35-3.
Well, Kirk, the adjustments that we talked about, we come out, we get a 3 and out, we hit them with a big shot to open up our first offensive series, and then a couple of more kill shots, and that was the end of this ball game, really.
Yeah, and all year long, their adjustments at halftime and what they've been able to do. We talked about it in the pregame against Pure. Pure took us, to the mat, but we came out in the second half, made the right adjustments. They couldn't answer to our defensive changes that we came out with. I mean, they've just done a really good job of coordinating their second halves and how they come out at halftime. And not only just from the strategy standpoint, also you could tell our defense looked fired up and had a little motivation when they got on the field in the second half. So, I mean, coaches, kudos to them. I mean, they've been able to do the right thing at halftime.
Kendall, I'm thinking about this game, and, of course, Chester County, going back and looking at their schedule, they've had a lot of one-score games against some really good opponents. And, last week they go 4 overtimes with South Gibson and lose it there at the end. And then tonight, we get in the second half, and the Tigers just a little too much. Carter Smith, he just threw it all over the yard. Yeah,
it was the Carter Smith show there in the second half. But, it's once again a testament to the adjustments we made at halftime to combat their run game. You saw it. We pretty much blanked them here in the second half and kept them from putting points on the board. And then, like I said, when we're churning that efficient on the offensive side of the ball and playing that well on the defensive side, that's how you win football games. And we pretty much just shut them out here in the second half.
So we get – oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, another thing, too, is you won't find, or I haven't seen, a quarterback that is accurate across the board. I'm talking about everything from screens to hot reads to the deep ball. If you give Carter Smith enough time, we would be hard to beat.
Yeah, he's a surgeon.
He is. I mean, and he finds the right guy. He's able to scan that field and see who's got an opening in there. And it's just not many high school quarterbacks anywhere besides at Savannah that have that kind of talent and accuracy. It's just it's really kind of uncanny. It's been. And last year he was good, but this year is just like another.
He's a different quarterback. Yeah, he's grown up a bunch.
To the next level, and there's teams really can't answer that. I mean, there's just no real answer to a quarterback that throws every ball right in the breadbasket.
Well, here's another thing too. This is only our second game on the road this season, and both games were region games and into hostile territory. I mean, it's Chester County fan. The fans in front of us on this home side, this was a full house. I mean,
great crowd.
They were expecting big things here tonight. Maybe hopefully knock the Tigers off, but it just wasn't to be. Hardin County wins it 35-3. Next week, another test comes to town. The Haywood Tomcats come into the jungle, and it'll be the battle of two top teams.
Yeah, probably one of the bigger games of the season.
You know anything about them?
Well, of course, I know that they had a little bit of a hiccup in, regards to their roster, lost their quarterback.
Lost their coach.
But, really there at the beginning of the year, we looked at their game against Pure and we're like, oh, God, they only beat Pure by a touchdown. But looking back now, catching them late is going to be kind of like the Northside game when we talked about how you don't want to catch them late because they're going to be clicking. That's going to be the same thing next week. Hopefully the Hardin County faithful come out in groves. And we can make that atmosphere pretty deadly for them.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I was just going to say that Haywood never without talent.
No.
Oh, they've got athletes all over the field.
Yeah, I mean,
they've got depth too.
Right now, the two teams are ranked. Hardin County at 4, Haywood at 6. They're, I think, 4-1 when I looked at the upcoming schedule for us for next week. So unless anything changes, you'll probably see either two teams in the top 10 going at it, or you could see two teams in the top 5 going at it next week. That'll be next week in the jungle. Haywood County will be in town. Hardin County wins it 35-3 here at Chester County. Thanks to all of our listeners and, of course, our sponsors. As always, we couldn't do it without you guys and bringing you Hardin County football. Be sure to tune in the morning at 8 a.m. for Coach to Coach, followed by Sports Talk at 9. And then Tennessee and South Carolina, they kick it off around 6 p.m. Tomorrow night right here on 93.5 FM. So for Clark at the station, for Kirk, for Kendall, and for Brett on the camera, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans, and we'll see you in the morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk right here on 93.5 FM.
I want